introduce our commencement speaker tonight. A journalist, content creator, and Arkansas Press Association Veteran Newspaper Award recipient. Eplunus Colvin is a storyteller who crosses many dimensions, and her watchdog reporting has been published more than 1,000 times in her 5-year career as a journalist. Currently a journalist for the Arkansas Democrat Gazette on Bluff Commercial and former editor and reporter of the Stuttgart Daily Leader. Eplunus' stories have been featured in over 75 news and magazine publications, including USA Today, Government Technology Magazine, the Columbus Dispatch, the Miami News Record, and the Mexico Ledger, just to name a few. After graduating from Hershey Math Science International Baccalaureate Magnet High School in 1999, Eplunus, most people call her E, attended the University of Arkansas Little Rock from 1999 to 2003 on an athletic scholarship and was part of the first athletic cohort to reinstate the women's basketball program after a 10-year hiatus. She got her degree in radio, television, and film with a minor in journalism but decided to become a professional basketball player. Instead, playing one season in the FIBA Europe and the Global International Basketball Federation. Choosing love over basketball, Eplunus returned to Arkansas and married Paul Colvin, and the two of them have been married for 17 years. They have a daughter tonight. We are so fortunate to have a keynote speaker with such a distinguished journalistic career. Would you help me welcome Eplunus?
Back to 2022, come on. Listen, class of 2022, you did it, you are here, you are ending one monumental chapter in your life to begin the next. So go ahead, give yourself a hand, give your neighbor a hand. I mean, good job. So by show of hands, how many of you all smoothly sailed through this journey to get to this moment? I mean, no trials, no tribulations. I mean, it was easy breezy. Anybody? Hey, that's okay. That's to be expected. The road was never intended to be easy, but look how you overcame those barriers and you made it. When I was asked to be the commencement speaker, it came to a surprise. And when I asked why me, I was simply told, because your story will inspire our students, which aligns with my daily affirmation for myself, which is to aspire to inspire before I expire. So I hope my story will inspire you to never stop believing, even when there seems to be obstacles that may get in your way. I want to talk to you about preparing for your purpose, because what you just accomplished is part of that preparation. For every great athlete, Super Bowl MVP, Olympic gold medalists, triathlon winners, in order to be the best of the best, they have to go through some grueling, extensive training that will challenge them physically, emotionally, spiritually, mentally, to the point of pain, doubt, wanting to give up. But because they were coached, and because they possess qualities of discipline, commitment, optimistic thinking, they were persistent, they were motivated, they were passionate, and they stayed in the fight. The same can be said about you. You hung in there even through the hard times. Right, for real, how many of y'all wanted to drop a class or two? Come on. But you didn't. Though you weren't preparing for the World Cup or the Super Bowl, God was preparing you for your purpose in life. And He will continue as you travel this road to prosper in your purpose. We were all born with a purpose. For some of us, we knew as a child what we wanted to be when we grew up. And for others, we didn't have that revelation until later in life. Although you may not understand all of the details of your purpose, know that God has already laid out your plans. Now, it would be nice if you knew those plans in advance, huh? For me personally, I learned that my purpose was found where I had pain in my life. I began to develop a compassionate heart as a child. My upbringing was psychologically challenging for me, but that molded me to be the opposite of what I encountered. Entering into my teen and young adult years, some of the choices I made weren't always the best, but suffering through those experiences and choices, my purpose began to arise and became very apparent as an adult. How many of you have ever gone through a hard circumstances and you ask God, why me? Why is it happening to me? Well, that's the extensive training I was talking about earlier. We will all face trials of various kinds. This process is very painful at times, but it is a necessary requirement in order to prepare us for our purpose. Now, when he read my bio from the surface, it was like, wow, that woman is the bomb.com. But what many of you may not know, it was the hard times and the difficulties that prepared me for those destinies of success. We are all born with gifts and talents, and as you grow on this journey and develop the talents you've been given, you will find that your gifts are just what you need to carry out the work you've commissioned to do. Your talents point you to your purpose, and I found this to be true, not realizing that my past and my present circumstances were preparing me for my purpose. Like I said earlier, my childhood and teenage experiences prepared me to feel compassion and empathy. It showed me how to calmly respond to people who may not have been so calm themselves. Playing team sports prepared me, and it taught me life lessons like self-discipline, teamwork, handling fear and failure, and developing a mental toughness. All those qualities mentioned were preparing me for my next step in my life as a young broadcaster in my 20s, entering into a competitive field in California who faced several barriers while climbing the ladder of success within my company. Any barrier you can think of, I most likely faced them all. Again, I say my past circumstances were preparing me for my purpose. My gifts were developing and improving, and while I thought this element of my life was my purpose in the media field, God was allowing me to be trained for my ultimate purpose in life. He was also allowing those difficulties in my life and on my job to see how I would respond to those unfair actions and if I was ready for what he had planned for me next. My husband and I, Paul Colvin, back there, thank you, honey. We lived in California for 6 years, and I worked in television broadcasts. We made a tough decision to move to Texas to be closer to our family when our daughter was born. This is where the realization of my purpose began. God usually doesn't reveal what he's doing while he's doing it, because he knows that we would either try to control it ourselves, thinking we're ready when we're really not. I didn't always understand God's ways. We moved to Texas, and I was keen on finding a job in television production. No one was hired. My late sister, she said, Eplunus, come work for me at the funeral home. We need someone to make memorial DVDs. I'm like, really, God? You know I want to work in television production and you're opening up a funeral home door for me? Like, I do not want to go through those doors alive. So, but nevertheless, I was hired, not realizing that God was going to give me exactly what I wanted in a way that I least expected, because the steps he had for me were purpose. Working in the funeral home allowed me to provide a ministry of comfort. My past painful experiences allowed me to have compassion for the families who had lost their loved ones. My kind heart rubbed off on my coworkers who were known to be mean, but just no reason. My gifts of producing and editing allowed me to bring life again, creating those memorial DVDs in a way that had never been done before, seen at the funeral home. I was purposely being used to bring light during the darkest moments of a family's life, and how ironic, during that time at the funeral home, Logan Funeral Home, we were picked up to film a reality show for a major cable network, the Learning Channel, TLC. We came on right after Honey Boo Boo. And it's still on, you can stream it on Amazon, it's there, we call it the best funeral ever. The New York-based production company hired me after discovering my out-of-the-box thinking and creativity. I helped write, produce, and I was also on-screen talent. When they said God works in mysterious ways, I can attest to that. He gave me exactly what I wanted in a purposeful way. But that season of my life wasn't my ultimate purpose that God had for me. I didn't know it though. You know, when you get that fame and stuff, you know, your head gets big, and you know, you think you got it going on. So I got caught up in that fame and celebrity, and though I had worldly success, it was clouding my purpose. So God had to pivot my purpose in a different direction using my husband. So after about 2 years of living in Texas, my husband approaches me and he said, God told me we need to move to my hometown of Stuttgart so I can become a police officer. I'm like, what? Nah. God didn't tell me that. I did not want to move because of my successful career, and I sought counsel with my pastor, and y'all will never believe what my pastor told me. He said, be obedient to your husband. So I went to the pastor's wife. And she told me the same thing. So I reluctantly moved, but when I look back at it now, if I had kept the focus on myself, then would my life purpose have been revealed. Moving to Stuttgart, I had the same drive to get into television broadcasting, and boy, I tell you, the Arkansas market was tough. It was no after thanks, but no thanks. So my husband was like, why don't you go work in the newspaper? You have a journalism degree. Once again, God had a sense of humor. I'm like, now God, you know I want to create, I want to innovate, I want to produce. You're going to open the door to the newspaper right across the street from my husband's job, the police station. Like, I love them, but this part of my life was needed for my purposeful development. I was hired as a multimedia sales executive. I engaged in positive encounters early on in my career, meeting prominent community leaders who trusted me with their advertising campaigns. I gained knowledge of new skills and took advantage of all networking opportunities. But I also experienced new hills and valleys that I wanted to run away from all the way back to Texas, or just crawl into a corner and cry. But because of my past preparation of learning how to respond to adversity and opposition, along with obedience, service, and growth, I was prepared for those difficult situations. I was prepared to handle the valleys, even the ones that I didn't see coming. And my response was always in a way that would bring a resolution of awareness, awakening, and resolve, all while maintaining a sweet spirit, confidence, and resilience. I was mentally prepared to effectively deal with the difficult situations. So I'm going through this preparation process, and I realized my troubled experiences of this new season in preparation will later allow me to be the voice for the voices who I can now stand boldly for in my new role as editor and reporter of the Stuttgart Daily Leader. But with that role did come adversity. But because God had prepared me, adversity did not control me. Instead, I controlled it by the way I responded, or in some instances, did not waste energy responding to. I became the watchdog journalist of the community, delivering the good, the bad, the happy, the sad, the indifferent. Not only that, I was able to introduce a more engaging news product by incorporating my gifts through video production and social media. Y'all know, if y'all follow me during that time, that Stuttgart Daily Leader Facebook page was a hot commodity back then. But my purpose didn't stop there though. That was only the beginning. My watchdog journalism spread beyond not just Arkansas County, but Jefferson County, as I transitioned into my new role with the Bluff Commercial and the Arkansas Democrat Gazette. I was being recognized on a local, state, and national level. Yes, my gifts and talents were getting me worldwide recognition and rewards, but as I really began to reflect about what I was truly doing and how I was helping so many people in a battle that they have been fighting for so long, I mean, people were literally coming to me crying, thanking me for a story that I had wrote that had changed their lives, or information provided that helped me get their rent paid, or bringing awareness to a difficult situation in their life that was now being turned around for good. I knew then my purpose was more than just being an award-winning reporter, but it was about impacting the lives of the people who I encountered. It was about being a difference maker and being a light in a world full of darkness. My purpose revealed meaningful encounters that fostered a nourishing fellowship, provided life-changing moments, healing, and insight. It wasn't just about my words, but it was about how my words made people feel. Even in the uncomfortable moments of reporting, it will be worth every critical moment I faced because it was being done for what's right, or what was true, and what was honest. You can reach all your personal goals, become a great success by world standards, and still miss the purpose for which God created for you. As you enter into the next phase of your preparation season, allow yourself to understand your purpose in your journey outside of your job. Make life decisions with your purpose in mind and not just with your career in mind. Surround yourself with people in life who will encourage you to follow the course. Behind every world changer, historical figure, and business makers was a team that helped shape and encourage them. For me, I have my parents, my siblings, coaches, teachers, friends, family, pastors, church members, co-workers, my husband, and even my children that played an influential part in my season of preparation. To this day, I surround myself with people who are further down the road than me, people who share the same values as me, people who are smarter than me. You never want to be the smartest person in the room. If you are, get out of that room quick. People who are more experienced than me, and people who have more battle scars than I do. Accept the no's that come your way. It's been said that the word no is just another acronym for next opportunity. So remember that. Stay humble in the process and just keep it pushing. Remember that everything is a test, and how you handle this test will mold your character. The direction you choose is up to you. For every roadblock that you may encounter, for every door that closes, for every no and disappointing outcome that may come your way, don't look at it. Instead, be optimistic in your thinking and look at it as a setup for something greater, because you are destined and you are purpose. Don't be afraid to step out of your comfort zone like I did. Remember the fear on home, who would have thought? You may not know which door God will eventually open for you, but because you are purpose, it will be the door that you are prepared to walk through. Now, I love me some Marvel movies, especially Black Panther, the late actor Chadwick Boseman. He was a motivational speaker who once said, whatever you choose for a career path, remember the struggles along the way are meant to shape you for your purpose. I am also spirit-led. Now I'm reminded of the scripture, 1 Peter 4:12-13. And I like to read the Message version because it really breaks it down. Friends, when life gets really difficult, don't jump to the conclusion that God isn't on the job. Instead, be glad that you are in the very thick of what Christ experienced. This is a spiritual refining process with glory just around the corner. And as I look in the audience, like, I know some of you all personally, I know your story. I know what you've been through. I know the trials and tribulations you encounter. But just know that God can take your difficulties and turn them into total victory. Although I may try to be tough and strong as those moral characters that I love, I am human. And sometimes I do cry. And sometimes I do hurt. But when I look over my life, and at the times when I was broken or weak in the valley, it was God who gave me strength and pulled me through. Just like the great athletes of today who are trained for greatness, they had a coach that helped create the quality athlete. In this journey of life, God has been my coach, and He has prepared me for my purpose, providing me with the essential qualities needed to prosper in my purpose. Anything and everything that you have experienced has been purposeful. It has brought you to where you are now as a 2022 graduate. So understand your worth and your capability and never sell yourself short. Stay focused and know your life is purpose. For every opportunity that comes your way, I want you to hold your head up, stick your chest out, and claim victory over your life. So journey on, class of 2022. Follow your passion, and it will lead you to your purpose and who you are truly destined to be. Thank you.
That was so inspiring, and I love hearing your story in your words. I'm Dr. Debbie King.